Today I'm returning to Afghanistan, a land whose history is nothing short of tragic.
On my orders, the United States military has begun strikes against Al-Qaeda terrorist training camps and military installations of the Taliban regime in Afghanistan.
Decades of war, foreign intervention and a humanitarian crisis that still lingers. But after spending 3 unforgettable weeks here last year, I knew I had to return. Afghanistan is a place of contradictions, raw, rugged and apparently dangerous, with a culture as warm as anywhere else I've visited in the world. But before we could dive back into this complex world, we had to navigate one of history's most infamous routes, the Khyber Pass. For centuries, this narrow corridor has been a gateway for empires, traders and invaders alike, connecting South Asia to Central Asia. Today, it leads to the Torkham border, a chaotic and heavily fortified crossing point, brimming with stories of its own. This journey is as much about the past as it is about the present. Let's crack on.
Ireland. Ireland, yes.
Brother.
Yes, brother, of course. Hey. Thank you. So we've just come through Smugglers Market where we were a few days ago. This is a bit of a strange place in Peshawar. It defines the point where Pakistan police have no jurisdiction because this is obviously a tribal region. This is where the tribes now take over in terms of controlling the community and upholding the law. We're going to be escorted here by the man in the front seat. He's going to take us to the border, hopefully get us across safe and sound, and then from there we'll be on our own. But before we make our way through to Afghanistan, we must first navigate our way through the Khyber Pass, one of the most strategic trade routes in all of Asia, responsible for connecting countries such as Pakistan, Afghanistan, Uzbekistan and India. And for centuries, it has been a strategic place of importance for many of the world's greatest empires, such as Genghis Khan, Darius the Great and Nadir Shah. And even to this day, in 2024, the Khyber Pass has remained a highly contested and critical gateway. Welcome to the Khyber Pass. We've just stopped. I think we're about 30 minutes away from the border, but let me just give you an idea of what the border situation is like between Afghanistan and Pakistan. See these lorries? These lorries are not parked up to have a little kip, a little bite to eat, a little rest. These lorries are parked all the way from the border, a 30-minute drive. And the guy, I was just talking to the guy earlier, and it's going to take him 3 days. Assalamu alaikum. Okay, Seal. Yes, and this guy's going to be sitting in this queue for the next 3 days. Slowly but surely, he's just going to make his way closer and closer to the border as more. Assalamu alaikum. Oh, that's a policeman. But anyway, everyone's sweet here. We're going to jump into the car and go a little bit further, but I just find that extraordinary. You have lots of food in here? Ah, there's people come and give you food, okay. Wow.
What is your from?
Ireland. Ireland. No, Ireland. Ireland. Ireland, yes. Are you from Kabul? Kabul? Afghanistan, eh? But Bamiyan, Kabul, Jalalabad? Lugara. Ah, okay. Now,
My name is Izzat.
nice to meet you. David. Bye. Good luck. And still, about 15-20 minutes later, it still continues. This is unbelievable. Trying to see the different sort of products brought in, mostly cement. And here above us as well, we've got, this is the railway built after the First World War by the British Raj in fear that the Soviets might invade British India through Afghanistan. Wow, this is like, the place is falling apart. So many lorries still, which kind of shows the importance. Wow, this is something else. I'm not sure how much of this I can show you, but no, I got. I'll hold. I'm also strong. I'm young.
Crossing the Torkham border isn't just any old checkpoint. Torkham is one of the busiest and most contentious crossings between Afghanistan and Pakistan. A passage steeped in history and chaos between two nations tied together by culture, conflict and migration. To give you an idea of the challenges Afghanistan faces, millions have fled across this very border, seeking better opportunities in Pakistan. a country that ranks 147th in the World Economic Index. That is how dire the situation is for many in Afghanistan, that a better life can be found here in Pakistan. And then there was my crossing, a moment that turned into one of the wildest travel experiences of my life. After the usual shenanigans, I was ushered into a room with the Taliban for a few questions. Immediately, the official took my phone and started to look through my messages and photos, which sent my paranoia through the roof. There isn't much to see, but when you have to explain to the Taliban why you have photos of a school you sponsor in central Afghanistan, including female teachers, things can get a little awkward. After what seemed like hours, the very insistent officer asked if I would consider converting to Islam, in which I happily obliged, and over the next 10 minutes I recited the Shahada to his heart's content.
La ilaha
illallahu
illallah
Muhammadur Rasulullah.
Muhammadur Rasulullah.
MashaAllah, MashaAllah.
Eventually, I made it through migration and met my guide, and as soon as he heard about the antics, he was more than happy to give me my new Islamic name. You are now looking at Mohammed Daoud. Welcome to Afghanistan.
So here we are. Here are the colourful cars of Jalalabad. Now we're getting hounded by taxi drivers.
بشان مرتب بشان برو دار مني خو بشان هين جانزي برتستاد برو سيس.
Alright, so here we go. Right guys, that border is not for beginners. That has to be probably the worst border experience, or one of the worst border experiences I've ever had. The Pakistan side is all good, it was fine. We got ushered through pretty quickly, pretty much bunked every queue there was. Apart from some of the border officials punching and kicking and slapping some of the porters and some of the kids. They have these like little improvised wheelchairs, which if the porters are maybe doing something they shouldn't, or maybe they're somewhere they shouldn't be, they just puncture the tires, like completely unnecessary, hard to watch. It's going to take us about an hour and a half to get to Jalalabad. Paid about, I think about 1,000, which is maybe about $20. We'll get to Jalalabad and we'll finally be able to enjoy this amazing country. So welcome back to country number 159, Afghanistan. Taliban. There is a lot of Taliban here. Alright folks, so what else do we do on our first day here in Afghanistan and visit at Gun Market? Let's see if I recognise anyone. Assalamu alaikum. Nice to meet you again. Thank you.
He's saying that you came before.
Yeah, it was very good.
He said, are you enjoying walking around the
Yes,
bazaar?
yes, Jalalabad's very, very good. And the food too. It's good. He still works with his, I think he was working with his son. Can you ask?
Oh, he was just working, he was not my son.
Let me see. Can he remind us, does he repair guns?
He produced and repaired.
Oh right, he produces it, he makes the guns as well?
He's saying which gun you like, I will make it for you.
Oh really? So he can make any type of gun?
Yeah.
Oh wow, very good. Are these some of the guns then he's made?
It's not actually a gun, it's for hunting the bears.
Yeah. That's. I remember he said this last time. Yeah. Oh wow, there we go. And then how old is this one?
Maybe 1 year, but the owner didn't take care of this.
This is 1 year old.
1 year.
This one. All right. Okay.
He's asking that you also took my photo.
I think so, maybe.
Yeah. Where this?
I will. Let me show you. Hold on. This is you. You're still right. Very good. So that's the one. Yeah, working at the gun. Yes. He remembers this.
And also he discussed about the players with you.
Paul Sterling.
Sterling.
Can you ask him, is there many tourists that he sees here? Oh wow. How does he remember me then?
دا خو راغله او
Because,
ما کار کولو.
because you had a close discussion with them.
Ah, okay. So
Because
sometimes
of that
tourists
they
come,
are-
they
yeah.
photos and they leave.
Sometimes
Ah.
tourists come and say, oh, it's okay,
Yeah.
let's go.
It's not
خو
too
دې ته د څه وایا او ته دا لږ عوارض لري نو دې په کې لاس نه د ویلو خو مقصد داسې جوړ نه ده چې ته ویسې ډزې وکړې کنه دې به درکړی وې
He says it's if you can carry this one, it's a gift for you.
Can I walk down the street, no problems with this?
No.
Taliban, big problems?
No problem.
But Taliban's going to look at this and go, I'll stay away.
That's what we
Just-
Very good. This is Russian then?
Yeah.
Oh, yoy!
yeah.
There took a toll off.
خیلی بکنم بشکر
There we go. So, hold on. These go in here? So this takes shotgun shells? Ah, so it's not, I thought it was maybe the smaller bullets, but these take the big bullets here?
Yeah, the big bullets.
Wow.
Because they're not allowed the M4 or AK-47 here. They're not allowed to sell it, except these shotguns.
So
And
this-
it's also used for some security guards, not for hunting, just for security.
Right. But surely, you would have thought with a shotgun it's more dangerous
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
like, obviously the bullets spread out. But...
He says that you have looked too many guns, but you haven't liked any one of
Oh,
them.
is he asking-
Keep it as a memory.
Oh, so he's asking me what my favourite gun is?
Yeah.
I think this one.
Da qualquer.
Tell him how much for postage to Ireland, this gun.
Mega kazi jaga to Irlanda ka post kuni rawal kuni chaka qimat shmeشه.
بودی شاید خب مشکل است برای خریدی نه بیچاره
And now it's difficult.
Yeah, no, it's yeah, it's okay. No, thank you. Dira Banana. Wow, so many. Obviously that's their top seller. And then we have, these are mostly hunting guns. Then we've got another single barrel shotgun. We have this absolute machine, which he just told us about, $1,700. And then more holsters for pistols here as well. And then down here I think this is a little bit care and maintenance for your guns. Probably a little bit of oil. Yep, lubricant. Probably the same for this. And this is, I believe, some form of pellets.
To mi lega kharab da.
نه پارا نکنی
Bismillah.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحیم نو زمونږ تاسو نه ده نه دین ده دغه کوم
Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. Just before we get caught doing something we shouldn't, let me give you a little bit of history on the Taliban and the country of Afghanistan. To get an idea of Afghanistan today, we need to talk about the Taliban, a group born as a mujahideen in the chaos of the Soviet-Afghan war. Back then, however, they had an unlikely ally, the CIA. Yes, during the 1980s, the US government funded the mujahideen, including Osama bin Laden, and those who would later form the Taliban. But fast forward a decade after the Soviets left Afghanistan with their tail between their legs and the Taliban took over, again offering sanctuary for their old friend Osama bin Laden, which would then set stage for their infamous conflict with the US post 9/11. Recently, however, it was the turn of the US to leave Afghanistan after an equally embarrassing defeat, leaving the Taliban to once again return to power. Now Afghanistan is an Islamic state under Sharia law, a sharp turn back to strict rules with women's rights and freedoms severely restricted. During my first visit here, I was treated with kindness and respect by the Taliban, more so than in any other country I visited. But the contrast was stark. While my experience was positive, the reality for many Afghans, especially women, is far from it. The Taliban's strict interpretation of Islam shapes laws that are divisive and for many deeply oppressive. So why are the laws so strict? It's not just religion, it's control, tradition and a reaction to the decades of foreign interference. Whether you see them as protectors of Afghan values or enforcers of oppression, the reality is as complex as the country itself. So what does a country and its people look like after years of conflict? Let's find out. What colour does he recommend?
دسه ملایانو رنگ لکه عام
دې سړي د پاره کوم رنگ خوان کوي؟
دې سره تور رنگ سپین خطونه چې د امارات
Black
والے
one.
په سره
Black?
Black with the white lines.
Okay. Alright guys, we are in Afghanistan here and we're about to get a turban. Let's go. So what is this? Is this the inside?
Design.
Yeah. Yes, it's like
او د دې هم دا ډیزاین
it's just like a fabric.
Patch.
You can first it like this,
Okay, okay.
like
Right.
something like
Ah,
that.
so not this then, eh?
No.
Ah.
It's selling by the meters.
Okay, okay.
How many meters you want, they will cut.
Right. Well, he
And
can-
That was the ready-made.
Okay, okay. Let's go ahead and see how many meters we need.
Yeah, it's a very simple one.
Okay. It's good price? It's local price?
Yeah.
Taliban price?
Yeah, no, it's for Taliban it's higher.
Oh,
So,
okay.
Because
No, not
this,
Taliban.
Yeah, because this is my friend.
Ah, okay, perfect.
So, yeah.
We've got good discount.
Because of him, it's 800 for us
Perfect. That sounds good to me.
with the discount.
So I think what he's doing now is getting it ready, putting it on the hat, and then that means all they need to do is just take it off and put it on, so he has it prepared, which is a lot of help. We're going to get a lot of looks wearing this thing. What do we think? It doesn't fit. It doesn't fit. It's like a beanbag. I feel like a proper important person here in Afghanistan. Okay, we have an actual member of the Taliban getting me my turban all set. Yeah, I know, I got a big head. Big head. I know. I get told that every day. Oh, here we go. There we go. Oh, that's a lot better. Data banana. There we go. I think we're ready. Sir, we're ready to explore Afghanistan here with this. It's good. No.
He says I am from the bottom of the heart.
Oh, I can't. No, please. Thank you. Data banana. Thank you so much. Assalamu alaikum. The looks I am getting. You thought I was getting a lot of looks in Afghanistan before I put this thing on. Wait till you see this. What do you think? Good?
Good night.
Good night.
Whoa.
Right, let's go. Alright, so let's have a look and see what $50 a night gets you here in Jalalabad. Good start, plenty of space, 2 double beds, just me for now. Then we have lovely purple sofa, purple chairs, lovely purple, they've really gone for the purple here, haven't they? You have a makeup table and a mirror, you have a TV, you have a fridge, aircon, fan, plenty of lights, and a wet room, you've got a toilet, fancy sink, and a shower, and then obviously beside the socket. But me and this place have a little bit of history. This is where I had probably the worst food poisoning I've ever had in my life. It was horrendous. And what made it worse was, let me show you the beds. So here already we can see a couple of stains. And at least we don't have any more pubes. We had a ball of pubes that we found last time. Let me just show you how hard the mattresses are here. Unbelievable. You're not going to enjoy tonight. What the fuck is... Look at the state of that. You know you're in Afghanistan whenever your window has been shot through, but there you go. There's what $50 a night gets you here in Jalalabad. I'll not take it! Not taking it.
Later that evening, we began our journey from Jalalabad to Kabul, a route that's as impressive as it is notorious. But this pass isn't just any road. It's a key stretch of the infamous Kabul-Jalalabad highway, steeped in tragic history where in 1842, during the First Anglo-Afghan War, an entire British army of over 16,000 soldiers were massacred as they retreated from Kabul. Only one of the 16,000, a doctor called William Bryden, would make it back alive to tell the tale. But history isn't just the only challenge here. The horrendous traffic, thick with overloaded trucks and erratic drivers, combined with the choking pollution, made the journey feel like an adventure all of its own.
The air in this country is probably the worst I've ever experienced. Like fucking must be 5% oxygen and 95% carbon monoxide.
Eventually we reached Kabul, took some rest, and the following morning it was time for something completely different. Kabul's very own street shave.
Assalamu alaikum. Khobasti? Khobasti? You do shave?
Oh.
Yes?
Oh, yes. Oh.
Chance shoot? 50? 50, let's go. Okay, let's go. Okay, here we go. Right. What's your name? Nam? Nam. What's your name?
Nam Said Rahman.
Nice to meet you.
Where you are from?
Ireland. Can you ask him how long he's been doing this?
40 years.
4 years?
40.
Oh, 40 years?
40 years.
And how many customers every day?
میگه روزانه چقدر مشتری داری؟
مشتری او
ده دانه؟
چند دانه؟
10 customers every day. Oh, he's not using any. Oh my God, there's no shaving foam. Sahil, how old is he?
Huh?
How old is he?
چند سال هستی ماما؟ 70.
70. And he's been in the same place for 40 years?
چند سال نمیجه بودی؟
چند سال دیگه مهاجر بودیم در جنگا که
Just few years he was emigrated to another country.
Ah, where did he go?
کجا رفته بودی؟
پاکستان بودیم.
پاکستان.
Okay, we're on the mustache now. Oh God. On a scale of 1 to 10, this has to be 8.5. Oh, he's mixing it up. He's going. One time he's going for the moustache, then he's going for the neck, now he's going the chin. It's kind of all over the place. It finished? Are you sure it's finished? I think there's a wee bit left. Yeah. Oh. Oh, my eyes are watering. Finished? Done. Okay. Oh my word. Oh, right, so what do we think here? I don't know how. I'm looking, I'm kind of trying to see the... It looks so good, looks good. Afghan Shave worked. We have everything with us. We have young kids, older people, the Taliban of course there too in the background. Assalamu alaikum. And then we have of course this. Thank you very much.
What is this?
What is this? What is this? What's your name? What's your name? Nam. Nam. Raul. Nice to meet you, Raul. Thank you. Don't be so nosy, everyone. Stop looking. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Just glad he went to the end.
Because they were so curious that
Yeah.
about these things.
Regardless of where you are in Afghanistan, you get people that look so different. Like even in the city of Kabul, you don't even need to travel as far. And even just in this market, you can obviously see the differences between... Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam. Jurasti.
Ah.
Good morning.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Nice to meet you.
Khobasti.
Obastum.
Johnny Juras.
Obasti.
Chimikuni boss.
This guy is a character.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Number one.
Afghanistan Zindabad.
Afghanistan Zindabad. Chimikuni.
I don't. That's as far as my diary goes. You speak English?
English?
Yes.
Yes.
Good. Nice to meet you. Zoo.
Zoo. Bamiyan khayru sara zoo.
Bamiyan
khayru sara zoo.
Bamiyan
khayru sara zoo.
Khayru sara zoo. Zoo. Goodbye. Nice to meet you. Bye. Alright guys, so as we make our way to the heart of Afghanistan, a lot of things change. The air changes, thankfully, so you can actually inhale the air of Afghanistan without being in fear of your life. The temperature changes, it's now about 6 or 7 degrees. Have a look at this, we're currently about 3,500 meters in altitude, and what incredible views. This is one of the many reasons why Afghanistan, and particularly this region of Afghanistan, is so beautiful and known to be one of the most beautiful countries in the world. But there is one thing you have to be careful about when travelling this part of Afghanistan, and that is of course the roads. Alright guys, next up on the agenda here in Bamiyan, we have arrived at the City of Screams, a city that gets its nickname from a battle in 1221 with our good old friend Genghis Khan, whenever his grandson died in battle. Genghis then decided to come here to the city, seek vengeance, kill all the men, all the children, rape all the women, the usual shenanigans Genghis gets up to. And then it was said after that the screams of the children, women and men could be heard throughout the region. And then ever since it's been called the City of Screams. In the 1980s it was used as a lookout point for the Soviets during the Soviet war here against the Mujahideen. But anyway, we're going to try. Elevation's quite high here, we're about 3,000-ish. We're going to scale the steps, have a look at the view, and I'll tell you a wee bit more about it at the top. Boom, let's go. Well, we have made it to Scream City. In worse condition than the Mongols may add, but you are seeing firsthand why it's so difficult for any of the empires, any of the countries who have tried to invade Afghanistan. Obviously you've got the rugged mountains, the tough terrain underneath our feet, and not to mention of course the altitude. Many reasons why I enjoy coming back here. Like, take a look at that. Without doubt, one of the best and most impressive landscapes I have ever seen. Welcome to Bamiyan, Afghanistan. Well folks, after an incredible picturesque drive through the Hindu Kush, we have arrived at the heart of Afghanistan. We arrived at the Buddhas of Bamiyan, or what's left of them. Rather, we have two here. We have one behind us at 33 meters, the one ahead at 55. These incredible structures built over 1400 years ago as part of the Buddhist movement from India to here in Bamiyan. In 2001, the then founder of the Taliban, Mullah Omar, decided these icons were unruly, and he decided to have them blown up. 1400 years of history blown up in a matter of days. And then 6 months later, after the attacks of 9/11, the US military would invade Afghanistan and the war on terror would begin. Zoo! Zoo!
We can't.
No worries, bye bye. Thought he was going to join us there for a minute. Alright. Start the walk. Here we are. Welcome to the top of the Buddhas. This is the small one, 33 meters. Would not want to climb the other one. Take a look at this. Although there's not that many tourists, still get the odd local, which means it still plays an important part in local life. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Just arrived in the centre of Bamiyan, and Bamiyan, believe it or not, is the liberal capital. I bet you thought I would never say that. The liberal capital of Afghanistan. And even more shocking, we're about to walk into a women's only bazaar, so every stall and every shop in here is owned and operated by women, which is quite unexpected, so let's check it out. Alright guys, going to have to be slightly cautious here because there's Taliban in this shopping mall, but let's have a little look around. They hand make them, or do they have a team?
They have a team. They have team employees.
Oh, they employ, how many people do they employ?
65.
60?
Yeah.
Just these two employ 65 people?
No, they customer. Yeah.
How long does it take to make one dress?
So it depends. For example, for this one, which is Punjabi, it's from 2 weeks to 1 month. And that one is because it's difficult, so it takes 6 months.
How long has she been working in the market for?
20 years.
20 years? Was it accepted immediately or did it take time? Does she have a hat which would suit me? I have a very, she's saying I have a very big head.
That's what she's saying.
It doesn't need to fit perfectly.
Just
Just something to say thank you.
So this one is Ardish, this Duzisa, Kolish. This one and this one is handmade.
Okay.
This one usually Muslim people wear during the prayer, and this one is also like a fashion and also handmade. And other one, these one are made by
I'm
machine.
happy just to go for the biggest one.
Do you like this one?
Yeah. Oh my goodness, this is going to be nowhere near
Just
big.
a minute. Okay. Oh, better than nothing.
Yeah.
Just see. Oh yeah. Daoud.
Ask her what she thinks.
It's beautiful. Yeah.
She got a mirror?
Huh?
She got a mirror?
No, she
No.
doesn't have any.
Okay, I'll take her word for it. Can you ask her, will I be able to find a wife now in Afghanistan? Yeah.
Yeah, it depends on the girl's choice.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
How much?
100.
No, it's just to say thank you very much for her time. And also just to keep doing what she's doing, like she's an inspiration for so many women, not only in Afghanistan but around the world.
خودت یعنی غیرت داری که کار میکنی و از راه حلال نفقه پیدا میکنی. So we are also happy that I'm also happy that you came to visit Bamyan because it's very beautiful. Before we was just few people to work. Now we are including other women. It's more than 300-400 women that they're busy now.
That's good. That's
Yeah.
good. Well, the landscape in Bamyan's beautiful, but it's more beautiful because of the amazing people.
Okay, she wanna give you a gift.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're beautiful, your face is beautiful, or your shop is beautiful. So Afghan people says your eyes is beautiful.
Okay.
That's what she said.
Oh God. Bless her.
It's handmade.
Oh wow. Wow. This is
خودتون بعدش خود بود
یعنی توفه از طرف خانم بامیان که خودم هستم یک زنی پیش قدم بودیم که می کارا را در مردم یاد دادم انکشاف دادم.
Thank you so much. Tashiko. Morning guys, welcome back to Bamyan. We are all packed and ready to go back to Kabul, but not before a little detour to Banzi Mir. But just before we go, let me show you the view we have. Of course, Bamyan, as you have seen earlier in the video, is famous for the Buddhas. But take a look at this. Look at that. These are the reasons why I come back to Afghanistan. Anyway, let's jump in the car and head to Banzi Amir, equally as impressive as that. Alright guys, it is rather cold here as we make our way to Banzi Amir. But anyway, we have stopped at the side of the road because around 18 months ago, when I was first in Afghanistan, I stopped at this very spot, seen a grandfather playing around with his grandchildren, and he asked me to take a photo. And then before he left, the same guy asked me to print it off, and the next time I return to Afghanistan, to give it to him. So here I am with the photo, and we're going to try and see if I can find him. Now I'm here purely on memory. So let's have a little walk around, see if we can find Mr. Grandad and give him his little gift. Let's go. This is definitely it. This is, I think he was standing here, and I was here, and I took the photo of his ticket. And then this is his house here. Alright, we're trying to see if we can get hold of anyone. I'm 99% sure this is his house. This is him. This is him. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum.
یادت مونده ای؟
He was here too. Assalamu alaikum.
Yes. All عکس چاپ کرده برات آورده. Show him his photo with you.
Thank you.
No problem. No problem.
بیبی عکس یک دفعه.
I made a promise 18 months ago, so I wanted to.
یک سال پیش من وعده بودم که عکس چاپ میکنم.
خالدان پارسال بود نه؟
This is him, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's take a look. Where are the two kids?
You to toştuk kucağısa.
Trying to see. This is one. This is the one in the. Believe it or not, he's a boy. And then the one on the right is. It's this one.
İdi geçme geyaz.
Chai.
Chai.
Chai. 5 minutes, do we?
Yeah.
Probably? Yeah. Okay.
Oh, ek fijn na kamerek tezekijk.
So. Oh, this is his house then. It's good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Does he remember?
He remembered that he told me that last time he came with another guide.
Ah, okay, yes.
He remember Muhammad Jan.
He was right. Ah, assalamu alaikum. What will he do with the photo?
Aksa chimi kuni aji sab me. Aksa chimi kuni.
یادگاری باشه.
I will make a frame for it.
Alright, so as is the way with people in Afghanistan, we've been dragged into the home and given chai. We have bread, let me show you, and let me show you the cake we have here. This is also homemade?
The khana jurishta se? No, in bazaar, in bakery shop.
Ah, right, okay, looks good. So, what was supposed to be a little impromptu visit, gave them their photo. We're now sitting here enjoying our second breakfast. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Nice to meet you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Tashiko. Tell him to bring the kids out and we'll take a photo with him and all the grandchildren. Okay?
Huh?
Huh?
See? Axe?
That is a perfect example of the many different surprises. There's ice here. Wow, there's ice. It shows the temperature here in Bamyan. But we'll just maybe go out to the same place. Wow, look at this for a back garden. Actually, I remember saying this last time. So we're going to redo the famous photo here, except we're going to include all the kids with their grandfather. See? There's Suxi. So tell him thank you very much. It was a pleasure to see him again, and thanks very much for the hospitality. Bye bye. Thank you, sir. Bye bye. Bye bye. Oh wow. Right, let's go to Banzi Amir. Assalamu alaikum, guys. We have arrived at our first viewpoint here just before we go down to the lake itself. But it's only the second time I've been here, but it does not get old, this place. Oh my god. I got a lot of hate last time comparing this place to the Grand Canyon in America. And I do apologise for that because it's fucking 10 times better. Oh my god. The most ink blue water you'd ever see, and there's not a wave, not a ripple in the water at all. But if this was in, for example, America, they would have marketed the shit out of it, and it just would have been teeming with people and tourists tripping over each other. You would have had lots of stalls, overpriced memorabilia, rubbish to sell. And because it's in Afghanistan, there's just very little here. One of the best landscapes I've ever seen in my life. Here we go. Mohammed Daoud has arrived at the lake. You might have seen this is the very lake I had a little dip in last time I was here. That won't be happening this time. It is freezing. The wind's just picked up, as you can see. A little bit of movement in the lake, but look at the colour. Look at this. Go for a swim?
No.
The funny thing is, it's like in August it's warm, but the water is just freezing.
Yeah.
I don't know why that is. Like, you know, there's so much of a contrast between the temperature of the water and the temperature of the air. Alright folks, we have arrived on Blacksmith Street. We've got ourselves a little crowd already. We're only just out of the car. But this is where all the work gets done here in Bamyan. So we're going to have you can obviously see here, a little sample of what we'll see. We're going to have a little walk around, see if we can speak to any of the people who work here and just get a little taste of what life is like as a blacksmith here in the heart of Afghanistan. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
It's you, eh?
Ah.
So how long has he been working here for?
40, 45 years.
40, 45 years. And was it his grandfathers or fathers?
Yes.
Yes. You got a son that he's going to pass it on to?
I have 5 sons. Just one of them is working like this, but 4 of them not.
How hard? Ah. I'm retiring. I think it's a certain element of unfitness, and it's the altitude. People looking at me like I've never done a day's work in my life. Is this what his job is? One of his jobs is to use the sledgehammer?
Just hammer.
Hammer.
Just hitting it.
Who else uses it here?
This one, other one inside, this one.
Oh. I'm still wrecked. It's hard work. How do you say hard work?
Sachtas.
Saktas.
Sachgoras.
Sakdoras. So I think it's nearly finished. Name of PPE. Oh, that was close. Okay, now. It's over here?
Yeah.
God. Could easily went down my shoe. Something that's about 100 degrees. Anyway, I think we've nearly finished. So this is the small one. It's a small one he's doing, and then this is obviously a slightly larger one. I just want to show you what it did look like before he started hammering away at it. Just wait until he brings this one out. So here we go. Here is the almost finished product. That's what it looks like. This is what it did look like. Would you have ever thought that could turn into this? Incredible. So this is him obviously now fitting the handle. I'll tell you what, a lot of thought, a lot more difficult and precise than what I would have expected. A work of art. Wow, that is the best part. It's the money shot. That's it, almost finished. Right, so this is it. This is the finished product after, how long have we been here? Half an hour? 40 minutes?
40 minutes, yeah.
40 minutes. That is what it looks like finished. Let me just show you what it looked like before we started. Something like that. Unbelievable. Good work. How do you say good work?
Fauqulada.
Fauqulada. How do you get in? Hey! Thank you very much. And next time I'll come back, I will visit him again. Bye bye. Thank you. Well, there we go. 63 years old. What incredibly difficult working conditions. Look at this. Look at obviously the various different shops, stalls, and they're only being held up by these wooden posts, and obviously not much above them. Maybe to keep away the sun, maybe to keep away the odd bit of rain. And then you're just inhaling this smoke from the burning of coal all day. And then you've got no PPE, no hats, no gloves, no mask. The guy's actually doing well for 63, let's be honest. But anyway, let's go back to Kabul. Interesting fact for you, you do not need a driver's license to drive in Afghanistan, and it shows. even from my own driver. Oh my god. But we've made it. We finally arrived at the good Landmark Hotel. Good morning, folks, and welcome back to Kabul. It doesn't take long to notice the many signs and reminders of the situation here. Any semi-important building here is incredibly fortified, surrounded by soldiers, guard towers and blast walls, which have become almost iconic of Afghanistan. And even after 4 years, you can't escape that feeling that you're still in the middle of a war zone. But anyway, let's check out the city of Kabul. I'm glad to get out of that car, I'm telling you. I am slowly but surely falling out of love with the city because of the traffic. But anyway, we have arrived at the local market here in Kabul, one of the biggest markets in the city. And we're going to have a little footer around, see what we can find, see who we can bump into, see what surprises there are here in the centre of Kabul. You can already see there's actually a lot of women here, which surprises me. So I'm just going to have to be careful. Obviously there's a few things you cannot do while travelling around Afghanistan while you have a camera, and one is recording women. So I'm trying to be careful of who's around me. And yeah, let's try and behave ourselves so we don't get into any trouble here with the Taliban. So let's have a little walk. Where's the chai? Okay, well, that didn't take long.
Yeah, just going to his
Is that a
office.
taser he has in his hand?
Yeah, just for the shopkeepers.
Oh,
Clear
my
this
word.
area.
Oh my god. Right, okay, so we've been approached by, in all of probably 2 minutes, we've been approached by a Taliban soldier who has a taser in his hand, and that's what he's using to get people out of his way. So he's offered to take us for some chai. We're going to have a little drink, and then we're going to, you can hear it in the background. Just have to be careful. See it? Oh my god, like, there is no, like, there's no danger in this at all.
Walk alhamdulillah gore. Hey!
Yes, all good, all good.
Khayam.
Khayam.
Khayam is another.
Oh, what does this mean?
Should I say?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm donkey.
Oh, really?
Khayam is very different.
Could I just say I'm donkey? Okay, yeah, very good.
That's why
That's
they're
funny.
not.
Yeah. In terms of the numbers here, the soldiers in the army, it was mostly Americans and British soldiers. What does he think about American and British tourists coming here?
Still, they're our guest. If they come as a guest.
Yeah.
But if they come with a gun or for fighting.
Yeah.
So that's a different case.
Yeah.
Our friendship is friendship. Our enemy is enemy.
He's saying
that it's just a rule that I'm carrying the gun, but after within maybe 1 year or 2 years, there we don't need this in city, just in the borders.
Okay.
And I was just doing the behavior of the Prophet Muhammad, which is obligatory to respect the guest, and you can go anywhere without any issue. Just if there's an issue, just call me.
Perfect. Yeah, appreciate that. Yes. Thank you very much. Thank you. So there he goes, the good old Taliban soldier. And what about that for hospitality? Incredible. Walking down that street on my own with, of course, I feel like wearing this turban is like a cheat code. You know, you just get ultimate respect immediately. But he's actually given us all the rest of the sweets and biscuits that we didn't need. Just cannot speak highly enough. There's a lot of things I don't agree with. Many huge things actually. But the hospitality cannot be beaten. There are many things in Islam that are forbidden, 2 of which are casting spells and selling charms. And in 2015, a 27-year-old woman called Farkhunda Malikzada approached a charm seller and demanded he stop immediately. In retaliation, the man would publicly accuse the lady of burning the Quran, a crime much more serious than selling a few charms. However, his claims would be believed and Farkhunda would be publicly stoned, beaten and burned alive. After the police investigations, it was revealed she hadn't actually committed such crime, and the investigation led to 49 arrests with sentences ranging from several months to 20 years. And later in 2015, this memorial will be built to honour her life and the injustice. Oh, what a horrendous story and a horrendous part of Afghanistan. Afghanistan has an incredible history, some good, some not so good, but still has a long way to go. 2015, 10 years ago.
And finally, before sunset, we made it to the Flag of Kabul, where I had my last chance to meet more curious locals before eventually being approached by the Taliban for one last recitation of the Shahada.
La ilaha
La ilaha
illallahu
illallah
Muhammadur Rasulullah.
Muhammadur Rasulullah. Trying to get a group photo here in Kabul. Let's go. Right. Got the photo here ready? Get a group photo here in Kabul, Afghanistan. Who's got the better turban? Me or him? Ask him whose is better. Oi!
Well, that's it for another series. And as I make my way above one of the most impressive landscapes in the world, the Hindu Kush, I hope now you might have a better idea why I have so much love for this country and its people. A nation historically dictated by its headlines, but clearly offers so much more. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next series.